Now, Australian business owners are struggling with rapidly rising prices as the war in Ukraine compounds inflation pressures that emerged during the pandemic.
Some traders say they have no choice but to pass on the costs to consumers. Business reporter Emilia Terzon explains.
Australians are starting to be hit by price rises at the shop. One stall owner at one of Melbourne's biggest markets, it's told me they're experiencing rapid inflation in the price of green vegetables, strawberries, as supply has been hit by the recent devastating floods on the east of Australia. Now, it's not just natural disasters that are impacting food prices. The war in Ukraine has seen the price of oil soar, which you've likely noticed at the Bowser. Now, that cost of fuel, it is impacting the entire supply chain. One owner of a freight company that delivers your food to supermarkets and fast food restaurants, they've just slapped on a 35% fuel surcharge to deliver the products to Australian supermarkets. Now, this all adds to ongoing logistical issues that we've seen throughout the entire pandemic. That's been impacting the prices of imported food, such as pasta, chocolates. I even spoke to a fashion designer who's seen a rise in the price of fabric that she uses, meaning she's now rising the cost of pants for the first time in a decade. Now, one economist has told me that the concern here is that inflation is rising at a time when wages aren't. And that essentially means that Australians are going backwards. Now, I spoke to one pensioner and her daughter at the supermarket recently, and here's what they have to say about the rising cost of living.
I'm a pensioner and I have to be very careful. I have to watch what I'm buying. If I don't need it, I don't buy it.
Yes, we can't afford luxuries. You just buy the basics and get by with that.
Yeah.
And so what's been going up for you that you've noticed recently?
Eggs and bacon and meat and...
Meat's dramatic.
Everything has gone up. Everything has gone up without nonsense.
And have you noticed fruit and veg?
Yes. Because of the pandemic and then the floods.
And then the floods.
And transport fees.
Yeah, everything has gone up.
You just do without.
Yeah, I do without. I do occasionally with an apple or a plum.
But we
but
don't
the apricots are getting too dear. Some of the other ones are getting too dear, so I'm not taking them. I just don't buy them.
Now, the Reserve Bank's Governor, Philip Lowe, he spoke about inflation or price rises just this week. He believes that this spike in prices is temporary, but he says if it's not, if it drags on much longer, then at least we'll hopefully see wage growth.
Yes, hopefully. Emilia Terzon reporting there, and a great snapshot of how widespread these price rises are throughout the economy.